Welcome to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 focuses on the bigger picture of marketing management. In this chapter, we will discuss how marketing ethics are essential for successful marketing. Businesses that develop and implement ethical marketing strategies are more likely to achieve their marketing goals and build sustainable success. Businesses that develop and implement these ethical marketing strategies are more likely to achieve their marketing goals and build sustainable success. So we are going to understand how these ethics in marketing strategy also play a part in the marketing mix and recognize that these are essential for successful marketing. Some argue that companies only need to meet legal obligations in their marketing activities. However, successful marketers today understand that the law is only the baseline of expected behavior and generally lags behind societal norms and opinion. In some respects, it is good as opinions can change quickly and companies need stability in strategic planning and implementation. However, following the law does not mean the company is doing all that it can or even should do in its marketing efforts. On the other hand, marketing ethics encompasses a societal and professional standard of the right and fair practices that are expected. Marketing ethics guides the marketing mix by ensuring that all aspects of the marketing mix are aligned with the company's ethical values. This means that the company should consider the ethical implications of its product development, pricing, promotion, and distribution decisions. For example, Wells Fargo has been one of the most successful banks in the US over the last decade, but a scandal involving the creation of fake accounts to drive sales at the bank altered the company's value proposition to its customers and caused major harm to the company's long-term relationship with many of its customers. In 2016, the financial institution was caught creating these fake accounts that may have harmed more than 2 million of its customers. The U.S. Congress, financial regulators, and the public at large unleashed their wrath on Wells Fargo at the level rarely seen in the U.S. history of business. The immediate impact of the scandal was driving away its existing customers and potential new businesses. There are a number of ethical issues related to product strategy. It begins in which markets should be targeted. For example, certain markets such as children and the elderly are considered vulnerable, and special consideration is given to products targeted at those markets. Food manufacturers need to be concerned about the quality and amounts of ingredients as well as other decisions that directly impact the quality of the product. At the same time, there is a concern that some products may target some groups while excluding others. For many years, some clothing companies did not manufacture their clothes in plus sizes, despite the fact that plus size clothing represents 20% of the market. There are also a number of ethical issues surrounding the collection and use of market research data in developing product strategies. Companies today are collecting a great deal of data on their customers, and there is a question as to how all this data will be used, as well as concerns about the security and privacy of its customers. One of the primary ethical product issues is quality and safety of the materials used in the product. Companies seek to keep costs down, which also puts pressure on decision makers to use components that could be unsafe or fail to meet quality standards. Even before making decisions about the materials in the manufacturing process, companies must consider the safety of the product in the product development phase. Ethical questions are an integral part of pricing strategy and implementation. For example, it is unethical and illegal for companies to use certain pricing strategies such as predatory pricing, selling below cost to push a competitor out of the market, or price fixing, collusion between companies to set prices at mutually beneficial high levels in order to gain competitive advantage in the marketplace. Another issue is actual price of the product. For example, sometimes companies charge a low price, but then add on fees and other charges to substantially raise the actual price to the customer. Consider the purchase of airline tickets where the fare might be low, but then airlines will charge you to check your luggage or have these additional fees at the point of checkout. Some airlines, such as Spirit Airlines, even charge for the customer to print a boarding pass or carry on luggage to even board the plane, or charge even for snacks or water on the flight. So some of these are important considerations when we're determining our pricing strategy. Among the ethical challenges in distribution is the ability of key channel members to exert undue influence on the channel. This can manifest itself in the demand for special terms or deals with other channel members. In some cases, powerful channel members will ask for gifts, usually money to help secure contracts or carry a certain product. At the same time, the sourcing of products can lead to ethical dilemmas. For example, companies that manufacture products globally are often faced with the decision of whether to use suppliers that employ child labor. By Western society standards, child labor is not ethical, but in other parts of the world, child labor is accepted as part of the culture. No area in marketing presents more ethical challenges than promotion. And this is largely due in the part that this is the most visible aspect of marketing. A persuasive, effective marketing message is an important element in any successful marketing strategy. However, marketing managers must be careful to avoid deceptive or false claims. This is true for all marketing communications, including advertising, personal selling, and digital messaging. In sales, there is additional ethical issues of manipulating or coercing customers to purchase products or accept unfavorable terms. So there's always a question of bribery when salespeople offer incentives for the customer to purchase a product. While this is considered unethical in much of the world, it is also illegal in many countries to use bribery in order to gain additional customer sales. Many companies embrace ethical values similar to AMA's in their corporate code of ethics. At the same time, companies increasingly see a need to supplement their corporate codes of ethics with a discussion of specific ethical marketing practices. The goal is to provide clarity for marketing managers as they may make critical marketing decisions that frequently involve an ethical component. The focus on ethics in marketing speaks to the essential role of marketing in the organization and the impact of ethical and unethical decisions on an organizational performance. The concept of sustainability goes back many years. For example, a number of U.S. environmental laws grew out of the need to better manage resources such as water, air, and even farmland as a result of the Great Depression in the 30s. This awareness was built on the realization that utilizing resources efficiently and effectively was good for society, but also beneficial for businesses. The Green Movement was founded on the environmental concerns and resource utilization issues that have become known as sustainability. Whereas many marketers now have a corporate sustainability and social sustainability concept within their marketing strategies. In Chapter 1, we identified various groups called marketing stakeholders that interact with or are impacted by marketing, and they are key to understanding this triple bottom line. The triple bottom line is a metric for evaluating not only the financial results of the company, but the broader social, economic, and environmental considerations as well. Consider the impact of the triple bottom line in marketing management using the people, planet, and profit approach outlined below. If many, if not most organizations still focus exclusively on profit as the sole metric of success. However, companies are increasingly realizing that success needs to include other metrics like people. This type of change begins with management, acknowledging that there are successful objectives beyond profit, and then creating metrics to manage these. Strategies and tactical plans can also implement these changes. From there, training and education is needed to raise employee awareness, and over time, this leads to a change in culture. As marketing employees, such as the sales, customer service, and others, are often the customer's point of contact with the company. So this becomes a very important first step. Ultimately, companies today now actively look at ways to give back to the community. Disney, for example, allows employees to take time off work with community organizations of their choice. In addition, the company will match donations from employees to community organizations. The second triple bottom line metric is the planet, and marketers are very involved in decisions that impact the planet, from sustainable sourcing of materials to efficient, environmentally sensitive supply chains. Marketers are evaluating critical processes to maximize the environmental impact while meeting corporate objectives related to cost and product quality. So over time, companies like Starbucks have been successful in developing ethically sourced coffee that is socially responsible and also being environmentally safe. So these challenges are not limited to only the B2C markets, but it's increasingly prevalent in B2B markets as well. IBM, for example, invests heavily in a variety of sustainable activities and has won awards for its focus on the environment and sustainable development. Customers, employees, and other stakeholders, not to mention shareholders, expect a company to be able to balance profit, goals, and objectives with the people and the planet. The top circle of the Venn diagram lists metrics related to profit. These metrics are shareholder returns, growth, risk management, and innovation. The lower left part of the profit circle intersects with the people circle. This is where profit and people metrics overlap. These are called socioeconomic metrics, and they include job creation, enhanced skills, and social investment. Socioeconomic metrics support both profit and people, whereas the lower right part of the profit circle intersects with the planet circle. This is where profit and planet metrics overlap. This identifies the eco-efficiency metric, which is value chain resource efficiency. These eco-efficiency metrics supports both profit and the planet. The lower left circle of the Venn diagram lists metrics related to people. So these would address human rights, diversity, community outreach, and labor relations. The people circle also includes those socioeconomic metrics, which are supporting both those people and the profit. So moving to that third circle at the lower right of the Venn diagram, we see those metrics related to the planet. The planet metrics measure clean air, clean water, and biodiversity. The planet circle also includes the eco-efficiency metric. So these would be both planet and profit related metrics. And at the center of the bottom is an area where the people and planet circles intersect. This area contains socio-environmental metrics, which relate to the safety and health and environmental crisis management. Sustainability is at the center of the diagram at the point where the profit, planet, and people circles overlap. It encompasses all the different types of metrics depicted in the Venn diagram. And this concludes chapter 2. Thank you.